probably more than I could describe today. There's a tremendous amount of value, both professionally and personally. In the workplace, we learn so much about how to communicate with other people, and privately, personally, you learn to communicate perhaps more effectively with my kids, with partners, with friends. There's so much value to it, and it's ongoing. It doesn't just stop after a session has stopped or a workshop has ended. It just continues on and on. The assessment itself helps you learn a lot about yourself. And in the workshops, we were able to learn a lot about the styles and communication strategies of others. And when those are overlaid in the workshops, it really is beneficial in preparing yourself going into a meeting or doing a presentation and knowing what the other people's styles are and your own. So it's terrific information and worth a lot. There's been a lot that I've been able to, again, draw on from these programs that I've learned through Dr. Jack. There's so much that is revealed in the profile itself, and one could hop online and try to take a profile, but this profile is so comprehensive, and having Dr. Jack available to help professionally and personally is monumental. I can give an example of I had taken the profile and met with Dr. Jack and been in several of the workshops. And I had a situation that I was confronted with that was challenging for me, and I wasn't quite sure how to handle it with professionalism and ease, and made contact with him, and he stepped me back into the profile to show where I had strengths and where I could perhaps improve performance, and we addressed the situation that I was walking into. So he helped me actually prepare a presentation based on my style and the situation as a whole. So overall, the program just continues to feed and nurture my professional and personal development. That's where the magic is. The profile, like I said, is very comprehensive. The workshops are where we meet with other individuals who have also taken the profile. And the first workshop I attended had 12 people involved. So we were able to share across the table all of our experiences and all of our strengths and areas where we could improve. We learned about different styles and strategies that can be used. We overlaid each other's profiles on the screen so that I could see how I walk into a meeting or a communication dialogue of some sort and how that person may respond to that. And in the workshops, you learn how to modify your approach or perhaps understand what the other person expects. The second workshop I went into had 4 people, and we drilled down even deeper, and those were 4 people that I work with most closely. So it really helped tremendously to develop these terrific communication opportunities and styles and bonding with each other. It's wonderful. As a human resources director, I am constantly working with employees to help them understand themselves and modify their communication styles to better communicate in the workplace. So when I had an opportunity to self-reflect on myself and use a tool like the DISC profile and work with Dr. Jack in workshops and one-on-one sessions, I learned so much more about myself. And in turn, I was able to take that education and pass it along to others. And I've done it with new directors who are coming into a new role, new leaders of different levels. So what Dr. Jack has taught me and what the profile has taught me, I can share with other people in the workplace now. So the benefits abound. I think there's so much value there. We sometimes don't realize where we can improve our style, or we get stuck in a rut. And the tools that we get from this program can give us a fresh perspective on things and kind of wake us up and help us to understand other people better. Because just because someone rushes you through a meeting, as an example, and may seem uninterested, the truth is they may be wired in such a way that they need facts in bullet point form, for example, where the other person might have a tendency to ramble and talk about their personal life and go into the weekend before they start talking about the matter at hand. So when you understand that other person's needs, it can turn these communication and meetings and encounters, and this is in personal life as well, it can turn encounters into something that's far more fruitful, beneficial, and both parties are satisfied when they part ways. There's a lot to learn. I highly recommend the program to anybody who wants to explore themselves, improve their communication styles at work, at home, with their children, with a partner, just in friendships. I can't recommend it enough. And I hear Dr. Jack in my head. His consulting has been so effective for me, and I hear his recommendations and his suggestions in my head all the time. So I can share that with other people, and I'm privileged and honored to have met him and able to continue that business relationship with him, that working relationship, that when I struggle, or if I have something, or I don't understand something in the workplace or at home in communication or the DISC profile, I can reach out to him. And in fact, as an example, I took the profile about 3 years ago and then took it again when I became director. And there was some noticeable difference. There was some marked change. So I immediately reached out to him and asked him why. And he stepped me through why the C in the profile, the conscientious, the controlling, and the processes and strategies, and why that shot through the roof. And the reason it shot through the roof is because I became a director. And I'm accountable for everything in my area of responsibility. It's that kind of consultation that is so valuable, and I have it now forever, and I highly recommend it, and I'm a fan.